Brian McCarthy interview show. If you're under 18, don't listen. Having said that, the show is really awesome. And if you did listen, no one would really know. But don't listen. Don't listen, kids. Okay? Don't listen.
Niños, escuchen estas palabras mientras que salen de mis labios agrietos. El siguiente programa, aunque esto sea muy divertido para toda la gente, no es para los niños. Como un burro que busca agua fría, un balde, y eso le va a dar toda la satisfacción que necesita, esta agua no es para ustedes. Por favor, vayan donde sus padres. Ayúdelos a limpiar los baños. No vayan a escuchar esto. Es muy importante. Que Dios nos bendiga a los Estados Unidos.
Enfants du monde, détournez les yeux et bouchez-vous les oreilles. Le programme suivant, bien que spectaculaire et divertissant à tous égards, n'est pas pour vous. Veuillez vous détourner et jouer dans les Champs-Élysées ou peut-être dans les catacombes humides de Paris, car devant vous se trouve la ruine. Vous avez été prévenus, s'il vous plaît. N'écoutez pas, et pourtant, sachez que nous faisons tout cela pour vous, car vous êtes l'avenir et vous êtes la lumière. Que Dieu vous bénisse et dit bonjour à votre mère de ma part.
你好，圆眼睛的年轻人，请晋升阅读本内容，因为本内容仅供成年人阅读。如果你违背父母意愿选择阅读本内容，他们将不再爱你，你这个老兵。
Utatakoa obiaseke meazane otatia ulube kwa teazate usepo tatukua kalimu uko umnakwe akasume utatakoa obiaseke meazane otatia ulube kwa teazate uyoba obisa abichina.
Brian McCarthy interview show. Adam is now drinking his Coke. Disco. Listen to that beat. Breaking it down in Uptown. Take your hand and touch it. Touch it. Now rub it. Brian McCarthy interview show. Listen to that beat. Touch it. Now rub it. I wish I could still drink.
Go, everybody. We are here. If you're just listening like it's a podcast, you're not really going to notice, but we are doing this on a Wednesday instead of a Friday because we are having a house guest on Friday. And I'm just kind of like, it's better to everyone.
Brian and I, we're having our friend Troy's
coming in from
Provincetown.
Yeah, from Provincetown, because he gets he always says, "I'm sad," and I go, "Why?" And he goes, "It's seasonal affective disorder because it's so cold up there." It's funny actually. I am watching. I think I've mentioned this show to you, but Hightown on Netflix.
That's with Michael Keaton.
No.
What's that? What's Hightown?
You're thinking of Beetlejuice.
I always get those.
I understand. It's fine. It's okay.
I was thinking of a Batman. The Batman with Michael Keaton.
You're thinking of the one with Danny DeVito from
sure.
When he's like Angela. No, Hightown is, and we'll get to the welcome to everybody in a minute. But Hightown is on Netflix, and it is a show about Cape Cod. And police officers and drug dealers and hookers. Cape Cod
is my kind of show.
Yeah, it's one of these funny shows where like I started watching it over the summer, and the graphic is like a big pill, and because they have a big prescription medication problem on Cape Cod. I mean, I guess, and I really. As much as I love the United States of America, New England is kind of not my least favorite, but I'm just kind of like, who cares? Like, I don't know. The accent is bad. All those like blinking Irish white trash and Portuguese and Dominicans. And it's just, and everyone's got those horrible accents up there. But it's a funny show because I'm watching Hightown and I don't really even know how many seasons it has. And it just keeps fucking go. Like it's about a cop and he has red hair and the cop is involved with Dominican drug dealer's stripper girlfriend who runs a strip club and now she's selling drugs and fucking it just go. And then there's something happens and then there's this hot lesbian cop who was a fishing cop and she's also an alcoholic.
Whoa.
And the show just fishing goes. Cop. Yeah, she's a fishing cop.
She a park ranger?
No, she's like a U.S. fisheries. DNR? Like if you're a bunch of fishermen and you're out fishing and your fish are big enough,
sure.
they pull up on you and they're like, "Let me see how big your fish are."
Yeah, for sure.
These scrawd better be up to snuff, or Sully and I are taking you into Boston for some talking to, but the show just makes you laugh because it's like, it's very oddly specific. It's like we got to go to Hyannis Pot. Because there's too many Auxies being pressed by these Dominicans. And you're like, okay. but you watch it. But anyway, it makes me laugh. But it's
I was thinking of Dope Sick, by the way.
You are.
That's the Michael Keaton drug show.
Yes, not to be confused with the one with I was gonna say with fucking Matthew Broderick, where he plays the from the family that developed OxyContin. That's another like
the Purdue family.
Yeah, the Purdue family takes a tender man. Tender man, take a tough chicken. Tough chicken. I honestly thought when they said the Purdue family is making OxyContin up until I don't know a year ago, I was like, wow. They're very busy. They make chickens and prescription heroin.
Yeah, quite the portfolio.
Yeah,
these Purdue's. I mean, like that kind of stuff does happen. Where you're like, it'll be like, we're Mitsubishi. We make make televisions, air conditioners,
and jet engines,
like blender. Like they just. I guess those are all still appliances or whatever, but. Like there will be companies that make a diverse,
but just to let the audience know, we do now realize the Purdue family just shares the same last name as the chicken people. They have no relation to one another, and I'm sure that's been some awkward dinner conversations. Somebody comes up to the chicken people and they're like, "My daughter died of an overdose." They're
talking about pill
what?
Mills
Of chicken thighs.
Yeah,
it's a horrible show already
because of where they were too juicy.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
Yeah.
Watch your foul mouth.
Right.
Everybody, welcome to the show. My name is Brian McCarthy. Sitting stage right is Adam Hineker. This is the Brian McCarthy interview show, and we are so happy to have you with us. What is the number of the show from last week off the top of your head? Do you have it?
I'm going to say, I would have to actually look it up,
Sorry.
but I'm going to say, wait, hold on. I can look at the YouTube page.
I'll look at it right
in front of me. 459.
That was last year.
That was entitled Commissioner of Incest.
Okay, good. So a lot of people enjoyed the show from last week. So if you're kind of, for some reason, new to whatever this is, check out 459 because it's really a dinger. So, and I think just not to spoiler alert, Ab and I would both go down on our mothers. I think that's kind of the best way to.
That was a general consensus.
Yes.
Yeah, I did get a text from my mom about that.
The stress of and I got to tell you, the funniest thing. So the show last week, and look, you're going to listen, but basically the premise was we were sort of, I know it's kind of hacky, but we were doing like that would you rather kind of thing. And it was like, would you rather, if you had to save, I don't know, existence, you had to either suck your father's dick or go down on your mother.
Mm-hmm.
And so we talked about it for a while. And then, fun show, I guess. Hopefully, people seem to enjoy it. So that's good. And, but anyway, later on that night, I was talking to my wife. And my wife goes, how'd the show go? And I said, that was fun. She goes, what'd you guys talk about? And I said, well,
Jesus.
I mean, I don't care. What am I going to say? I was
I know. It's just funny to think in retrospect.
Believe
it's
me,
funny to think that
it made me laugh too.
Sure.
And I was laughing and I said, well, we were talking about if we had to, I mean, gun to our head, gun to our kids' heads. I don't know, gun to like existence or, I mean, the stipulation is almost doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like you have to for whatever reason. So I said, you have to either go down on your father until it comes, I mean, you could probably use your hands at the end there, but, or you have to go down on your mom. And we figured.
I will not be homo.
Jesus.
Okay, good.
Sorry, good.
All right. We're because the show is on an off day. Anyway.
A lot going on here with the McCarthys.
Oh my gosh, it's like a fucking circus of nonsense.
Yeah,
it's like a zoo where they just have a house cat. Anyway, so like the premise, and then if you have to go down to your father, but you can use your hand at the end, I guess, or whatever, or your mom, and then your mom. But you would think like we both agreed that we would go down on our mothers just because we've both, go ahead.
Yeah, not that I want to talk about this any more than we already did,
Too
but
late.
I don't know that I necessarily chose that. Okay. I think personally, I chose to give up on existence, but I know that that's not technically an option. No.
But I think I thought what we agreed, and again, I don't have to listen. I've got other stuff to talk about, but like, I feel like the fact, and this is where the funny thing was with my wife. Anyway, it was like the funny thing was, or at least the stress of never blowing somebody, and the first time I ever blow anybody, it's my
your dad.
Yeah. Who I haven't talked to in 30 years.
Hitting the ground running.
Yeah. And then I have to, I'm making up for lost time. I'm like, if I'm getting into this gay shit.
I mean, if you want to really jumpstart intimacy.
So I'm talking to my wife and I told her the premise.
Told her that.
And she goes, well, that wouldn't be difficult for you. And I said, what do you mean? She goes, well, you've blown a guy. And I said, I'm sorry, what?
Wait, what now?
Yes. My wife
thinks that you blew a guy.
She thinks that I've blown somebody.
Yeah.
Now,
this is pretty great.
I know. And I just started laughing and I said, listen.
What a hilarious misunderstanding.
Listen, you little minx. I said, listen.
I like that she confidently thought that you had blown a guy.
She was like folding laundry. She was like, well, you've blown a guy.
Yeah.
Very matter of factly, like, are we gonna are we ordering Peppino's pizza or what? And I was like, I've never blown a guy. And she goes, well, what about that story? And I said, okay.
Yeah, George Wayne.
Yes, George Wayne. And of course, it's so funny too, because once you have to like kind of crack open the hood, I was like, no, Sasha Knopf wanted George Wayne to blow me so I could have anal sex with her. That's the story. I didn't ever have George Wayne's penis in my mouth. That would be gay. But no, I didn't say that last part. But I was like, no, I never once have blown somebody. Number one, if I had,
she was living. Yeah, I mean, at some point, she probably misremembered it. But I mean, I wonder how long you've been living your lives. Her thinking that you blew a man from Trinidad.
We've been together, Jamaica.
We've been together. Jamaican?
Yeah, Jamaican. Right.
See, I mix things up too. We're all human.
And Adam, by the way, he's a naturalized citizen. How many years does someone before they could just be an American in your world? Adam?
Kids in cages, things of that nature.
God, ice much.
Ice much. So I'm actually a part-time ice agent.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if you know that about me.
Lavos los manos. Wash your hands. That's what that means. I was trying to say hands up, but I said wash your hands because when you go to the bathroom, you see the sign in Spanish on the walls of restrooms. So anyway, but it was funny. I was like, no, I've never blown. And again, if I had blown somebody, I've blown them.
This is a pretty great, dinner conversation.
And I would tell you, or at least I would think,
100%.
You're now misremembering. That's when you know you've been with somebody a really long time when they're just in their own mind. They have a game of telephone.
Yeah,
where like you're like, did you blow somebody, or did they blow you, or was that hot Jewish girl that you seem to can't not stop talking about?
Yeah,
100
which
years.
I didn't realize until, and we're going to actually get to. There's a super chat that this sort of ties in with.
Awesome.
Until when we were on Stuttering John, that was when you were 19 years old.
Oh yeah.
So you've been really fucking
riding
that.
I know
that's been your credit for a while.
It's a dusty. I know it's like my first movie I ever made wasn't a talkie.
Yeah. Real quick, at Spokane Spanker, because he paid $5.
Yeah,
so
yeah, you do.
He said opinion on No Talent Hacks.
Oh boy,
Shuli Egar and Mike Moore saying your appearance on Stuttering John's show was boring and uneventful.
No.
Okay, I have some insight on this, and I don't know that Spokane Spanker knows this. But I just remember, I completely forgot about this. But right after what we were on that, maybe it was the next day I realized because he had called and left me a voicemail, but I got a voicemail from Shuli saying that he wanted me to extend the invite to you to go on their show. I want to say that's Sunday night.
Okay.
To clear up, I guess, some of the, I don't know, questions that you had, because apparently he wasn't maybe satisfied with the way that John answered your questions. And
you don't say.
It maybe felt like he was being hyperbolic or something. I completely forgot that I forgot because it was one of those things where usually you would just get a text, but you know how sometimes, like when you look at your voice, well, maybe you don't, but if you look at your voicemail, it'll like transcribe I got a rule woke.
Yeah.
Got the iPhone woke.
I was to say, right.
It transcribes the voicemail. And so I feel like at one point I was in transit and I looked and saw, and I was like, but in my mind, I was thinking Shuli texted me because I saw like the transcription. All right. Maybe it comes up. I don't know if it comes up in the, anyways.
Okay.
None of this is important.
No.
Well, but I forgot because I was thinking it was a text, but it was actually voicemail.
Okay.
And I never actually responded because also I know you're not interested in doing that. But he was like, I don't have Brian's info.
Oh.
So, anyways, Julie apparently wanted you to come on the show, but then maybe because I didn't respond, he's now saying that it was
boring and uneventful.
It was boring and uneventful.
Well, I'll actually tell you something funny about. By the way, thanks for reaching out. And we can talk about that.
Spokane Spanker.
Yes, that's in Washington, Spokane.
Sure. Yeah,
and a lot of masturbating.
Beautiful, beautiful country.
Cascade Mountains, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure.
Anyway, I must have a lot of detergent there or something. All right. Anyway, what I was going to say is, it was funny. A lot of times I listen to that Your Mom's House.
Okay.
But I listened to it, and I was listening. I was actually, I think I may have actually. Sorry, excuse me for being so coarse, but I think I was taking a shit. And I was listening to Your Mom's House. It was on my bathroom on the little ledge there in the sink or whatever. And I was I wasn't sure who the guest was who was on the show. I wasn't sure if they're in the studio. And for those that's the Tom Segura Christina thing we talk about it without.
Okay,
it's basically 90 minutes of commercials for a half an hour show.
Right.
But I was laughing and I was really enjoying the appearance of this person. They were talking and they were baby. And I was like, whose voice is that? And I was really enjoying it. And then all of a sudden they started telling this story about how they were on a plane from Israel and that somebody handed them a baby. And I was like, oh, that's Shuli. So I was,
wow.
I mean, I have no beef against that guy. I don't give a fuck one way or another, but it's funny because I knew Shuli had told, there's a story about he was flying and some family, they didn't realize that he was Israeli and he was in between two Orthodox Jews and he sold them to go fuck his mother in the ass or something like that. So
okay.
Anyway,
wow.
So yeah, but it was very funny. And I remember thinking, oh, this is a very funny guy. But I mean, listen, here's the thing about comedy is that it's very subjective. So if those guys think that I was boring and it was I don't know how eventful it was supposed to have been.
Yeah.
I mean, what am I going to do? It could be like, there's a bomb in Tampa, like run.
Yeah.
Stuttering John, you there's alligators right in your tap water. I don't know what the fuck. I mean, listen, we did the show. Some people like it. Some people didn't.
Well, I guess, as far as the spanker goes, I would love to know what the timeline was on that because as far as I'm concerned, immediately after, I think we were probably at Gallagher's when that's probably actually why I got distracted and forgot that he had called.
Probably
not that I would have done anything with it, but I would have texted him back and said, yeah, I don't know, I'll pass on the information. And then you could I still will if you would like his information.
I don't my only concern would be like, I don't want to get kind of in the mud.
Yeah, and I would suggest not.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then
it's just there's no point. There's nothing to win.
The only thing that I would maybe say, because I would like to speak to Shuli on this show. I mean, I really don't like these. I don't like doing Zoom shows, but that's how it seems like. I mean, I'm not going to Alabama or whatever.
You're not going to be in
our Hope Springs.
The
and
I can't even think of the fucking name. I don't know why I can't think of the name.
Wingnut, Alabama.
The place in Alabama, not Mobile's all the way down. Right. The place that he lives. Anyways.
Oof, you imagine Tryst, Tryst massage in Mobile, Alabama.
Can I?
Oh man. Fucking
$100
for a GFE and you get change. I can you want 40 back or you want to come in my mouth?
You get their social security number.
Yeah. So I would have Shuli like on the just to talk to him because he's but independent of all this, I wouldn't want to like talk about Stuttering John.
Well, the reason why I wanted to have you come on because I believe the voicemail was something about he felt like John was being dishonest about but I mean that's what the whole show is. I mean, what a goofus, what a fucking delusional goofus he is. Whatever. So.
Listen,
you're not interested in
and listen, if they're all making money back and forth with fucking with each other and everything, that's great, but we're over here not making any money and we'll just keep it that way.
We got $10 right here. We got another one from Juicy Booty.
Hi, Juicy Booty.
I'm feeling like probably the same guy. Opinion on petty criminal and low IQ opener Chad Zumock saying, I have no idea why Brian McCarthy has a problem with me on Kevin Brennan's show.
Oh God, this again? I don't know. Like because he gave my information out on the ski mask who apparently he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead.
The guy's already the guy he has passed.
What a bunch of fucking bottom feeders. My good Lord. I mean, I don't know. Look, I don't like when you give your phone number out. I don't like people that steal from other people. And that's that. And also he's not funny on top of everything else. So I don't wish the guy like ill. He's just not on my radar. Like whatever, keep doing your thing. And
nothing in it for you to make up with Chad. There was nothing at stake.
There's nothing. He stayed with me, and then he said I lied about taking to a fancy restaurant or something. I don't even know what. I don't know. It's been all of that is ancient history. So I mean,
I think this all started at the Compound Media. Brody Stevens had died. He called in.
Sad day for
and
comedy.
You were goofing on because it was a dumb place to be serious.
It was very dumb,
and you made fun of that.
Yes,
It was funny. It was universally very funny and ridiculous that you were so
When I think it was
I don't know insensitive about, but it was like there's no reason to call into a comedy show and be like, man, sad day for comedy. My friend killed himself.
Yeah, it's just Kevin Brennan.
To Kevin, like it's not. It was not the place.
Who is not even high functioning. He's severely autistic. Like I mean, and I don't think he would deny that. I think I think Kevin's a guy, and I don't think I'm speaking out of school when I say this, but on his father's deathbed, he wouldn't tell his father he loved him, while his mother was begging him to. Which by the way,
didn't he? I thought he did say it, and then his father didn't reciprocate. Wasn't that the story?
It's better. If that's what a little. Do I have it fucked up? Then that's even better. Yeah, I mean that just shows you where you get it. But
sure.
All right. Can I tell you what happened to me this morning though, which is just so depressing? So
do you want to read this really? Let's do this really quick.
I'll do whatever. It's fine.
Roy Cohen Esquire wants to know update on DeRosa.
Oh, okay, that's a good one.
Figured we can knock that out quick.
You know what's so funny? The other night I was alone in my living room and I had a conversation with Joe DeRosa, just me. But I didn't.
You had it in your mind.
I did.
Yeah, as people do.
I've done a couple of those too.
Couple.
Well, in a mirror. I'm rock hard. No. Yeah. Okay. So the deal with Joe is, unfortunately, I guess we are, there hasn't been any like closure. Look, the last time I heard from Joe was, I guess a week after I'd come back from Austin. And this was sort of in the, after the Nick post. I'm just going to call it the Nick post, kind of get him a little shine there. But
sure.
And by the way, what's funny to me about that stupid post is that like, look, the reel that Nick made was very funny. The thing he made, it has nothing to do with him, but like, I barely even say Shane's name in it is the most innocuous.
I think he even put his picture up though, didn't he?
Probably.
It was very, it's whatever. I'm not saying I'm mad
I understand, but I'm saying like it, and also I never actually I didn't do that at mention Shane. I didn't mention Tony.
No.
None of that. I did.
Or Joe
for that matter. And then Joe proceeded to send me a text message saying that, I'm paraphrasing here, but it's something along the lines of, why didn't I just apologize?
Yeah.
Why did I have to make such a stand? And why did I do this? And why did I do that? And then I responded in the text message and I was like, listen, it's 11 o'clock at night on a Thursday or whatever it was. I'm happy to talk to you. We talk all the time. And by the way, Joe and I over the years have had some disputes and we've always talked it out and we've had a conversation about things. And Joe has said to me on one or two occasions that, one of the good things about our friendship is that, we're able to sort of have a disagreement and kind of talk about things or whatever. So I said to Joe in a text message, I said, listen, we've been friends for a very long time. If you want to have a conversation about this, I'm happy to talk to you about it. But, for a guy that just said, I don't want to get into a big texting back and forth with you, you're now in a big texting back and forth with me about this thing, about this, about how I should have just done this. And I was rude to this person and I should have. And I didn't even get into the nuts and bolts of any kind of an argument other than just to say, let's not have an argument over text message. Let's talk. And then Joe said,
Yeah.
I'm not ready to talk to you.
Yeah.
And I think the last thing that I sent to him was, I'm sure you have better things to do tonight than to keep texting me. And then that was the last time that we spoke. So to answer your question, right, Cone Esquire, we have not spoken. I don't think we're not like enemies or anything, but I don't know. I mean, we're not. We're not speaking to each other. I don't really feel like picking up the phone and trying to get a hold of him. I sort of feel like if Joe wants to, and Joe's also not somebody who's afraid of confrontation. So I would feel like if our relationship was important to him, he would pick it up. But the angle that he was coming at to me was along the lines of something like, I was doing this for the clout, the social media bullshit and everything else. And that's really not the case in my opinion. And you can't even look at anything that I've done since then. I mean, we make clips with Howard in them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it doesn't, it just happened to be.
And definitely, and we don't even tell them, we don't even tell Nick, make it of this. Like we actually love, the only time I did send a message to him saying, don't include this one thing that I talked about, just because I didn't want it to be the clip and to be shared. That's the thing I didn't want people to necessarily, or one particular person to know about.
Yeah, you were involved in an active murder investigation, which is still ongoing. Yeah, and
absolutely.
They haven't found the teenage boy yet.
They haven't gotten the dental records back.
No, they haven't.
They have not identified the drifter yet.
No, bump it. I was trying to do a drifter song, but I couldn't think of one. But anyway, so that's where we are. So I don't know. The thing that I did do, I did reach out to Nick while sort of in the very beginning of this, and I did have the idea. I mean, and I said, maybe it'd be fun if we actually if I'm going to be accused of really blowing out let's make one, Nick. I'm going to spend this money. Let's make one clip and let's really do it. But then I thought better of it. I think like in the same hour, and I was like, fuck it. Let's not do that. It's stupid. So we didn't do it. So that's it. So I hope we're friends again. I mean, also I was supposed to see Kurt Metzger was supposed to stay with me in the month of, I think, October. He was going to come through town, and he and I haven't spoken since I got back from Texas. I think we texted once, not about this thing, but so I don't know. Maybe I'm fully
persona au gratin.
Yeah, maybe I'm just like
in
cheesy
Austin,
potatoes.
Austin, Texas.
Yeah, maybe that's it. It would be funny to go down there like a jilted lover and just wait out front of the mothership, and as Joe walks past, arm in arm with Ari Shaffir and Joe Rogan, shiny coconut oil head, and like, don't you remember like Ralph Macchio in the Karate Kid? I'm like behind the window of at the Encino Country Club, like looking through as Joe tongue kisses I don't know, Billy Corgan.
right. Hey, Roy Cohen Esquire wrote I sent Red Band a super chat about Brody. Brian Red, he hangs out with Tony Heathcliff.
Oh, cool.
About Brody, he said, I have a picture of Brody in my hallway that I can't bring myself to hang it. He looked at the camera ironically. Do you mean unironically or ironically? Or he meant, I don't know, because that changes things. If you looked at the camera ironically.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So we don't know which one you mean, but
maybe he meant ironically, and so maybe Red Band was goofing around.
I don't know who Red Band is, but I do think it's funny that that when people have absolutely no sense of humor about a guy that killed himself and hung himself, and people say like, I hung his picture. I mean, come on, you gotta, I think.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a picture of Brody in my hallway.
Go ahead.
That I can't bring myself to hang, and I can't bring myself to hang it. He looked at the camera ironically. Okay. Oh, so he was goofing around.
Yeah.
Oh, so he did have a sense of humor about it.
That's good.
Okay. Yeah, that's how you should be.
Unless he means, and he is Ray Cohen, I guess, unless he's fucking it up and saying unironically.
No, I think he meant.
Okay.
I think he meant he was goofing around.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Well, that's
which is years later you should be able to.
Right. Well, I was having do you know who John Fish? Okay, so John Fish is a super nice guy, and I don't think he's done this show, but he did the Lampoon show, and he's done Laugh or Sight and things, and very, very nice guy. And he put a picture of himself on social media up of being backstage with Flea.
Okay.
And I put in the message, a comment. I said, I hope you didn't bug him. Yeah. And he liked it. He thought it was very funny.
Sure.
And then I said, you can scratch that off your bucket list. Fucking because scratching fleas.
Sure, fleas.
Bites.
Yeah, fleas are itchy.
So he had a good time. So it's funny guy. So I don't know, but listen, it is funny because like when I went to Austin, my concern was that everyone down there takes themselves way too seriously, and they're all just smelling their own farts. And guess what?
Seems like it.
They're all taking themselves way too seriously.
Very serious.
And they're all smelling their own farts.
Well, there's a lot of here's when I notice it's kind of like going a direction that I don't care for. When it's a lot of comedians posting things that are not comedy or even attempting at comedy, right?
Right.
That's when I kind of go like, yeah, I'm not really interested in this. Like when it's like the fucking thing with Bert Kreischer and like where they do, it's like comedians lip syncing or something, or like there was something that has to do with a band. And like,
yeah, no, I mean
comedians, I'm like I'm not interested in you guys in any other capacity.
No.
Other than just being funny, exploring funny premise. I don't know, whatever. Look, just be a fucking clown. That's fine.
I know that I do spend a fair amount of time shitting on Tom Segura and the YMH stuff, and going to Saudi Arabia and listening to their hour-long show, and it feels like half of it is commercials for lipstick and croissants. But if you can't appreciate when you listen to the show, and Tom Segura is unironically, and it's a shame because I do like the show. So it's like
you seem very conflicted.
I am
with Tom Segura.
Yeah, I am. Tom Segura is really, but it's like, but I feel like when you listen to the show and you have a guy who, they make fun of like I know I'm rehashing old shit here, but like Garth Brooks doing a money grab and releasing CD best collection box sets and merchandise and whatever. And then you say with a straight face, like, we're launching a croissant pop-up at an Austin food. And it's like, okay, like I get it. Number one, great, because it's good to bring good food into a town, and it's something that you love and you're passionate about and everything else. But like, it does smack of it just seems kind of douchey to it just seems douchey. I don't know. Like, I don't ever want to hear someone that I think is funny say the word focaccia. I don't know. Like, it just
right. Unless it's like, a pun.
Yeah.
Focaccia with your hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah, focaccia. I didn't know you spoke Yiddish.
You know what I mean? Like, if it's a pun, I'm totally, no, I'm not. I'm very intolerant of people mixing genres and interests.
Here, Christina P, you talk about how great her lipstick palettes are. You're like, all right, guys, like, can you just leave? Can you leave $20 on the table, please? Just leave it. It's okay. We're all going to die in about 40 years if we're lucky. And that's that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how many fucking more Gucci hats or McLaren cars or like, I don't know. It's just,
we get it. You're doing very well.
Yeah, you're doing well.
Doing great for yourselves.
And you got, and I don't know. And again, it's great that they have this big studio and they hire all these people and they're providing an industry for the podcast industry in Austin, Texas. But like, how bloated is your payroll versus the quality of the product you produce? Again, what do I know?
When I feel like what it comes down to is a lack of self-awareness.
Yes. And I think there's like a Venn diagram of like, it's almost like the more money you make, the less self-aware you become.
I think that's 100%. I think you're surrounded by your employees when you get to that level too. And then a lot of the time, at least, not them all the time, but like, who else are they? Well, you're going to hang out with Bert Kreischer.
Yeah. And
like he's not going to recalibrate anything.
And I knew somebody, and I will not mention their name, but I knew somebody who
heavens no.
Was exactly. At this point, like, I think in terms of friends of mine that are comedians, I think I'm down to Eddie Ift and Nick.
You're not going to be able to get a croissant
Yeah,
in
exactly.
Austin.
I know. I walk in. There's a
This
big
guy can't get a fucking panini in Austin, Texas.
I walk into any Oban quotidian or Oban pan rather anywhere in the city. There's just a big poster of me on the wall with a line through my face. It's all right. I can't
get served I can't get a brisket taco from a truck.
I'm on
in Austin.
I'm on Trizepatide anyway. You can keep your delicious treats. I mean, this was the best baker in Silver Lake. Oh, shut up. Who cares?
Why is everybody the worst? I mean, listen, and I'll throw this one out there. I'll put my money where my mouth is.
Go ahead.
I love Tim Heidecker.
Uh-huh.
I don't listen to his fucking band.
No.
And I'm not going to see his band.
God, no.
But he does mostly music now. And listen, God bless.
Yeah.
And I love him when he's being funny, but I mean, I get it. Like, people are multifaceted, but I think that when you are very, very known for a thing,
right,
and then it's a little bit weird when you think like, okay, so I'm very, very known for off the wall, awkward comedy, and I have a very, very much like a distinctive point of view in comedy, but then like also I have this band,
gotta dance,
and I want to get 1/32 of my fan base to like listen to my band. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, I don't know. I don't really know what that is. And I get it. It's like you want to use your audience for other things. I'm just kind of like, stick to your fucking thing. And then if you want to do a thing completely separate, I know that makes absolutely no business sense. Because like, why would you not want? But I just find it to be like, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
it's just very like fucking weird.
To a certain extent, you almost want to be like, look, just take the loss. You know what I mean? Like,
or do that, or you can just love cooking.
Yep.
You can love playing music. Yep. And like, I don't know, I guess you can collaborate, but I don't know. Like, do you want to see like the Bacon Brothers play music or something? I don't know. I guess I never really got. Then again, I guess maybe some people like Steven Seagal, like he does like reggae music. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Well,
like if you want to be so ridiculous, great.
Well, at that point,
I love it.
At that point, you're in Corey Feldman territory. I mean,
like if you're Tom Segura,
go ahead,
and you get up at 2:30 in the morning because you're making the croissants yourself, and you actually work there.
Yes.
And you're like, fuck, man, I'm late for the podcast because like I had to make, because you love pastry so much, the art of pastry. Then I'm on board. It's a level of like commitment, I think, that I have an issue with.
Well, it's like Daniel Day-Lewis. Remember, like he was at the height of his like sort of fame and Oscars and everything else, and he just dropped all of it to go make shoes in Italy.
Yeah.
Like to me, I'm like, all right,
that I actually respect.
Yeah, you're fucking crazy. So go ahead. Like, I mean,
but, if you're unhinged,
but it's not like
I'm here for it.
Yeah, it wasn't like he was on like the Jay Leno show and he reached under his chair and he was like, Jay, I heard you a size 11.
Yeah, he didn't go on The View
a
to
pair
like
of wingtips.
Yes,
yes. I call these my acting moccasins. And they're available in D, E, and triple wide E if you got bunions.
Right, and he gives the URL.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't like that.
The producer said they was going to flash me Etsy account right here. Here you go.
Like,
you're like,
Cockney.
or make.
He would. He said he put me URL there. He would.
Guy.
Just like,
hello.
What the fuck? He's a chimney sweep.
I'm trying to sell me boots and
sell me boots. But that would be great if he took on like a very working class.
Yeah. Oi,
affects.
You ever tried to lace up a pair of boots and learn your lines? It ain't easy, I'll tell you that. It's either one or the other for me, Daniel Day-Lewis, or either make shoes or I make hearts melt with me acting. Not both.
That's my thing. I'm with it if it's one or the other.
Or like, for example, I just saw Louis C.K. At the Beacon 2 weeks ago. It was a lot of fun. And if you want to say, if your other interest is jacking off in front of people that work for you, is that what you're going to say? Well, no. What I'm saying is, I'm just in a broader sense. It's like I just bought his book. on audiobook. He
Okay.
just wrote a book, and he was just
Yeah.
on. Louis was just a guest on. They did that Two Bears thing with Tom Segura, and I
Okay.
started listening to the show. I can't listen when it's
Oh
it's
God.
Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura. I think listen, people love it. What do I know? Go ahead, have it.
Right.
But listen, how many millimeters is your your Daytona or whatever? It's like, oh my God, you guys, nobody fucking cares. And so are you gonna have an inflatable slide on your fucking tour bus this time? Or don't shit on the bus? Like, okay, guys, I don't know. Can I just kill myself, please? So
I kill myself in peace.
Yeah, I know. Tom Segura's like,
without you cackling,
Bert. I would eat one of these croissants, but I'm trying to get my body fat down. Next, we have we're going to sell Blue Chew, and
right. I got to take a cold plunge.
Here comes my 50-year-old wife with her greasy lips, and she's wearing Parisian horror. Listen, it's like,
Did they ever talk about like how they're hot for each other?
No. And
that's at least good.
And unfortunately, that's where because I like the show, because he talks about like she's gross and she's a pig, and I believe their relationship is real. Like, I think they are real people, and I do like the show. I listen and I'm like, it's kind of like, okay, I'll get back to Louis in a minute, but like when I listen to Howard, I listen to the Howard Stern show, and there's a chance I think he's going to resign, if you want to know my opinion.
Okay.
But there's a show today. There's Hugh Jackman's on the show today, and then next week there are 3 more shows. And
is he talking about Laughing Man Coffee?
Is that his coffee?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Hugh Jackman.
People have it. Yeah. He has some coffee shops in gets a Laughing Man. Yeah, he has coffee shops in New York City. But just speaking of people with interest, but that's also different. That's like a
but
he's also not he's not plugging it during his
be funny
on his podcast.
He's like, if when you're trying to cut your ham, your turkey, your Christmas roast, and he has like Wolverine claws, and they're like knives. This slices through a medium rare fillet like butter. It does, and he had like these big claws. And he's like closing his roast.
That would be good.
His Wolverine claws are like, dishwasher safe. Just put your own fist in the dishwasher and let her run. You never have to sharpen them. They're made with adamantinium, which is, and if you hurt yourself with nicks and cuts, don't worry. If you're like me, you heal yourself. I'm Wolverine. These are my cutlery claws. Hello.
Wolverine cutlery claws.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty good.
Right. Here we
Pretty
go.
Good.
Available in 2 colors: original yellow, like me original suit, or brown, which I also wear because I don't look like a bumblebee. Right. Yeah. Next, we have storm umbrellas. When it rains, here comes Holly Berry with his storm umbrellas. Cheeky minx, 60 years old, black don't crack. It don't. Anyway, so Howard is on the show, and they open up one of the shows, and it's just like, at this point, the show does feel like I'm visiting an old friend who is like in the emergency room or like in a nursing home or something, because I go on and Howard's like, yeah, I'm trying to play the guitar now. And he pulls his guitar out and he's like, I play for the staff and they think I'm getting better. And then you have to listen to how much he likes cream, and he's plucking at the guitar.
He's noodling while he's
yes. He's
my
noodling.
God.
And he's like, I'm trying to grow my nails out. And he talks about how he's buying like some sort of like lacquer for his nails to make them like protein so his nails are, so he can pick like James Taylor. Meanwhile, like James Taylor has to be almost 80. Howard's 73. It's all fine, but you're like, Jesus Christ, how indulgent is this? Go ahead.
You know what? It's interesting. That's because this is a theory that I've had for a while, which is there are certain kind of entertainers, Howard Stern being one of them now, that they get to a point where I think they're making people money, and I don't know, networks or companies, it turns into whatever the fuck Howard Stern wants to do, or whatever, and they just give them, like, you see a lot of these shows and it's like, oh, this is a travel show where I just fucking eat a lot, or it's a show where I go to all the fucking restaurants, and it's like, that's just what you were gonna do.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean?
I love Stanley Tucci, but I'm not going to watch Stanley Tucci. You know that guy is?
Balls deep in a 25-year-old hostess with Stanley Tucci.
Yeah,
like that could be I want to fuck 25-year-olds. So this is my show now. No, but he's a food guy.
Levy, what's the guy's name? Levy. He's the dad from American Pie. And he's a Canadian actor. He's in Waiting for Guffman and shit. And Eugene Levy.
Eugene Levy.
Sorry. Eugene Levy. And he's got these terrible fake teeth. And now it's like, and he's another travel show. It's like, okay, well, what's the pitch on this? Well, we're going to take this guy, this 75-year-old, guy that's been doing this stuff for 50 years. And he wants to go to fucking Stockholm and eat preserved fish.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like he had restaurants, didn't he? I think Stanley Tucci. I think I know a guy that worked at one of his restaurants.
Yeah. Did he work at Tom Segura's Croissant Cafe?
He did.
Little crossover
Same
there.
Guy.
Right.
Same guy.
Christina comes in. They're like, guys, you have so much lipstick on that we have a B rating now. B for whore. So I don't know.
But it turns into, I'm trying to think of other examples, but I feel like I see this all the time on Netflix or whatever, where it's just like, this is the thing they just went like, what can we give you money to do?
Right.
Because you will get clicks.
And it's also like, I think whatever Howard has been interested in doing, and at this point in his career or his life, he doesn't want to leave the house, and he just, he used to love painting and he loved chess, and now he loves the guitar.
Probably also doesn't want to leave money on the table.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I think he's
got
another. I think he hasn't. He's got, I think he has another, what do you call it, contract in him, I think. And then you're like, all right, dude, you're fucking 77 now. It's like, okay. And it's like, and they do this show now, and they all, they had this beautiful studio right down in Sirius XM, and it's empty, and he does it from his house in East Hampton. And when they come back from break, he's going to be in Palm Beach, and it doesn't fucking matter because he sits in the house anyway. And it's just like, you're just like, you listen to this and you're just like an asshole. You're like, I'm listening to a fucking 75-year-old guy just trying to go pick at green sleeves, while all these people that work for him desperately want him to not quit so they can all continue to have a job.
Right. But it's interesting enough for you to listen to.
Well, there are moments of it where I'm like, okay, this is what I like. I mean,
sure.
And also, what else even is there? I mean, to a certain extent, at least for me anyway. I mean, I don't know. I mean, but it is one of those things where I also don't like guitar. I remember my dad was he had an acoustic guitar, and when I was like, I think 14 or 15, I just smashed it.
You smashed it?
Yeah, I smashed it.
Like openly, you're like, Dad, I smashed your guitar. What of it? Or you were like, I don't know what happened to your guitar.
This is when Daddy's alcoholism was really at
you don't remember you blacked out and threw it into a wood chipper.
Yeah, then you made me blow you.
Yes, because the guy do a podcast with dared me.
I have a time machine. Darby and I would
space and time.
What's funny is I remember my dad was at that point his alcoholism was like just full throttle. Like,
okay.
I mean, the governor had like fallen off and like gone behind the seat of the car. And
how old were you at this point? I don't know why I find this.
Well, I mean, I would have to put him. I would have to put him to bed starting at a young age, but then right around that was the. I mean, I know I've told the story. Who's the guy that always says I tell the same shit all the time?
Freeman McNeil.
Yeah. Hello, Freeman. Hello.
I don't know. I don't think anybody's tired of the dad stories. I think alcoholic father stories are like. Well, fair game, weirdly.
The greatest one was when he lived in that shitty, I mean, that's not a, they were all shitty, but he had this really shitty 1-bedroom apartment in this
uninhabitable.
Like down
Baltimore apartment
in Baltimore in Towson behind the Towson, it had the Towson Motel on York Road. And, next to a rub and tug, which I never went to because I couldn't afford it, but it was like, but it was right there. I think it's
cost prohibitive. Rub and tug.
It had to be a rub and tug because it had. Next time I'm in Towson, I'm going to drive by there on purpose.
I don't think those places. Do those places stick around in the same place? Don't they move around a lot?
I swear to God, there's a place in New York.
They're like, we're celebrating 40, 50 years,
right? Open since
Candies.
1894, right? Old timey. When we started,
Many happy man.
Yes, it started as an opium den, and we transitioned into the Turnover Cafe. I'll tell you, West Garden is a rub and tug. It's down by Penn Station.
Okay,
and it has been open at least for 30 years.
Really?
I have been there. Sorry, I have been there. I have not been there since 1999.
And you think it's still there?
Look, you want
Wesker, yeah.
look it up right now. You will.
Someone for you.
They are blatantly open. WEST, second word is garden. It's very popular with Orthodox Jews.
West Garden Spa NYC, first thing that comes up.
Yep, that's it.
Oh wow, they have an actual.
They have like a fully
website.
Functioning website.
They got a Squarespace.
They're like, come over here.
Undeniably the hottest place in NYC.
Yep. And I've been there, and I mean, again, I have not been there in many years. But even in 1999, they had like plasma TVs when plasma TVs were, a fucking $50,000, and they had them, and they have a. I will tell you one thing: the girls that work there are in these like white, like polo shirts and pants, and like you cannot. There is no prostitution. I think they are a jerk off place only.
Oh, okay. Meaning J-O only. No.
J-O.
Gotcha.
Or maybe jerk off instruction. You touch it yourself, soldier boy. I show you how to make.
Yeah, this looks like a classy place.
Yeah, they do it. I don't know if they take credit cards or not or what.
Wow.
But you go in there and they have a locker room and they have a sauna. And you go in there and they flip you over and they do everything else. But they're talk about hiding in plain sight. They're just there. And it's on like 33rd Street, maybe, or something, 31st Street, something like that. It's right around Penn Station.
Contact us. Let's see. 30th between 7th and 8th.
Right by Penn Station.
Wow.
Right. Minutes from Penn Station.
Okay.
Yeah. But I've been in the last time I was there, it was like
quick little transfer one of these days.
It's full of Orthodox Jews. I don't know if they have the prices there or what, but
yeah, maybe it's affordable.
Well, I think it's a standard. I think it's probably, if I had to guess,
it's
probably $100 and then you tip.
Okay.
Whatever.
Because I was hoping because it's under gallery, but when I hit gallery, it just shows you pictures of the place. Looks like a nice place.
I mean, like I said, I've not been there in a very long time, but they're just doing it, and they're open, and it's a spa, and they don't make no bones about it. They're just like, yep,
yeah. There's a locker room.
Yeah, lovely locker room. Yeah. So in a weird way, it's a great business model. They're like, what do you mean?
Sure.
We don't jerk you off. Of course we jerk you off. We don't jerk you off. We jerk you off. We don't jerk you off. Yes, we do. We do.
And is it very, like you said, you've been there. Do you need to like let them know, hey, I'm safe, I'm not a cop, or it's they're going for it? Jerked off until proven innocent.
When I was there, I've been there 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
Always I was taken there by friends that had more money than I did.
Okay.
We would go as a group, 2 or 3 of us. You go to the front. There's always some woman, some Korean woman,
yeah.
Hello, boys, that kind of thing.
Sure.
And then, hello, boys. Welcome to West Garden Spa. But no, you go in, they go, welcome to West Garden Spa. You go, hi. And then they give you a locker with a key on it. You go in, you take your clothes off. They have fucking, what do you call them? Robes and slippers. Then you sit in like the spa waiting room lounge thing. And then there's a sauna there. There's a steam room there. And then at a certain point, there's this little Asian woman will come over and she'll, she's wearing like white pants, a white polo shirt, and it says West Garden, like it's monogrammed.
Oh,
and then, they lead you in. They do a table shower. You get naked. They lay you down. They wash your back and legs and feet and arms and armpit, and then your balls and your asshole. Okay. And they wash everything, and they take a big hot buckets of water and they splash you off. They dry you off. Then somebody else comes and gets you. You never actually see another person. You never see like another person, even though there could be 30 people in that locker room. And they're all like, oh, how many diamonds did you sell today, Shlomo? Oh, too many to count. How are you? Oh, I haven't seen you since.
You think people are actually socializing?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. I would think this would be a thing where you'd be like, fucking avoid eye contact. Like it would be like shameful or something.
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm not saying it should be, but
it feels very convivial. You're sort of in there and you're like, okay. And then another person takes you and they go light, medium, or hard. And you go, well, you tell me.
Yeah, fucking.
And then you go, I'd like the type of massage that I want.
Okay.
It's a massage. And at the very end, it's that thing where they tickle your butt creak and they butt cheeks.
The creak of your butt.
The creak of your butt. The butt creak.
Yeah. The nape of your neck, the creak of your butt.
They tickle your, in between, and they kind of do a little ball thing. And then they go,
sure.
and then you turn over, I guess, and then allegedly. So I've heard. So
there's
so
like
other,
toggles between firsthand
yeah.
and
So other people have told me
accounts,
and then they flip you over and fucking they get it out of you, and then they go, we come back with a hot towel.
Sure.
And they come back with a hot towel.
Yeah.
And then they clean you off. And then you leave. And on the way out, you say to the mama-san there, the woman behind the counter, they go, would you like to leave a gratuity for your person?
Okay, they ask you.
Yes. Although
Gotcha.
sometimes the person, again, I've been there 3 times. It has not been in many, 25. I want to like keep saying that. I want to just.
I've been a half a dozen times. I have my own locker there.
If I say it one more time, it's going to sound like I was there yesterday, which I was not. So I'm not going to say it again.
It was Wednesday.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
They have a little sign like, like one of those like forever candle, like eternal candles set up, and so now, but sometimes the same person who has massaged you will meet you or at least be there to say goodbye.
Sure.
And at that point,
that's probably when
now,
you go.
Again, it's been a many years. Yeah. So now it might be a little more lockdown where it may be more of a, like maybe they take Apple Pay now. I don't fucking know. I don't
tap
know. That part I don't know. But Square, at Google Bitcoin. But I don't know. But anyway, so that is a place where they just continue. They do that. But what I want to say is, and I know we're already bumping up to the end of the show here, but so I peed the bed this morning. Talking about bearing the lead. So annoying.
Really?
So, yeah, it was like the most depressing way to wake up.
Holy
it wasn't
shit.
Okay.
After how many years of thinking you kicked that one?
Weeks? No, it's been a while. You know what it was? Okay, I had mentioned that I stepped in pee. No. One of our dogs is going through heartworm medication. So right before I went to bed, I stepped in. She's on like a steroid, which makes her pee every 3 hours. So right before I went to bed, I stepped in like a little puddle of cold dog piss, and then I went in the shower and I washed off my feet in the shower. I did that, and then I got into bed last night at like 1 a.m, and at like 5:15 I woke up because I was peeing in the bed, and it wasn't like. Here's the thing. It was probably, if I had to put like a measurement of the amount of urine on it, it was probably like a quarter cup, maybe an eighth of a cup. It wasn't
okay.
I didn't wake up like, I just I woke up and I was like, I'm peeing.
A healthy dribble.
It was like maybe 10 tablespoons. 8 to 10 tablespoons.
It's not nothing, but
it's enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's enough where I couldn't go back to bed in it. So I got up and I looked at it, and it was like, a significant spot of urine, like right there. And I looked at it and I was like, fuck. So I got up and it was 5:15 and my wife gets up at 6. So I got up, I got in the shower, I showered, I shaved. I was like, oh, I'm doing all this. And I did all that and I got out of bed. And then my wife was like, hey, you okay? I said, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, I fucking pee the bed.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, no problem. I mean, she is a saint.
She's a peach.
Honey.
That one.
This is what I'm going to sell. Johnson's selling lipsticks on the show now, and I'd love to take an opportunity. There's she's menopause magenta is a shade. I hate lipstick, by the way. Ugh.
Yeah,
it just grosses me out.
I don't want it to get on me.
Well, that's what it does.
My wife will.
Yeah, on your collar.
Right.
Yeah. I tell my secretary, you wear a neutral color. So
I tell my girl.
Yeah,
that's what they call the secretary. My girl.
It's fucking gross. It's like waxy and ugh.
Yeah, it is weird.
Yes, it's weird. I don't, Anyway, so so that was it. So I got up and then I showered and everything, and then I took the dogs out for a walk. And then while I was walking, she had already gotten up and she changed the entire bed. So I got back into bed and it had all been clean, but it was this spot on my side. It was like so annoying. But so I don't know.
And what do you suppose?
I don't know what I was dreaming about necessarily. I am more, as the older I get, the more I'm convinced I was sexually molested and I just don't remember it. And so because, I had so much trauma as a kid.
Yeah.
I used to. I peed the bed sometimes 4 or 5 days a week. So there's something behind. I was definitely scared of my stepfather. I was scared of my alcoholic father. I was attracted to my stepmothers. You know, I mean, you know, a lot going on.
You name it, I was it.
I was either afraid of it or I wanted to fuck
I wanted to fuck it, or wanted to either run from it,
or run into
fuck
it.
Yeah, run into it.
So
Jeez,
anyway,
Louise.
So that was this morning. It was a
Holy shit,
terrible way to wake up. And I believe I may have said one of my classic lines, like, if I wasn't such a pussy, I would kill myself. But you know, so that was this morning.
It's
so
some
I went,
dark,
yeah,
some dark shit.
So I went back to bed, and then when I was sleeping, I had this crazy dream of where I was visiting friends that had like their own private pool, but their private pool like got into like a public pool, and then after the public pool was a stream. So I was still dreaming about, in some capacity,
bodies of water.
Yeah. So anyway, but then I got up at like 10, and then most of the sadness had left me. So I was just kind of like,
when you had woken up, the sadness had dissipated.
Something like
that. Is that what you?
Yeah.
Is that what
and I was
saying?
gonna like jerk off before the show, but I just didn't have the time, so I didn't. Do
Yeah.
It. So anyway, but yeah, so that was it. So I woke up to me, I woke up at 5 a.m. because I had peed the bed. And again, but it wasn't like so much pee that but I wasn't, there was too much to like ignore.
Sure.
So I just got up. I had like, I threw a towel down so that my wife would know something had gone on. So then I got up and I peed, and I went to the shower rather, and then took the dogs out, came back and made her a cafe au lait. And then I went back and crawled into bed, and there you go. So
yeah, and here we are.
So we're gonna come back. We forgot to beg you to subscribe to the show if you haven't already.
Please,
and buy
like and subscribe.
And try one of Tom Segura's, peach croissants, or some sort of blush or eyeliner or whatever. It's also dumb. And to answer your question, Joe and I, we're not talking, but again, I don't know. I mean, he seems like he's doing fine, so whatever. Who cares?
Sure.
And we are we're Gallagher. We're still in the timeout from Gallagher's.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go back.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back like now after the show.
I gotta go do a thing. I gotta go have a slightly uncomfortable conversation after.
With whom?
My girlfriend.
Oh, what's it about?
Adventures in polyamory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I got.
Something you want to share quickly or not?
No,
really?
no, nothing that I'm just saying. Like, my point being, I would love to fucking go to the strip club with you, but I have to go.
How ironic!
Have a slightly uncomfortable conversation.
How ironic that you can't go to a strip club because you have to talk to your girlfriend about how you guys are sort of cheating on each other, but in front of each other.
Yeah.
It's a strange.
Yeah, you learn. I tell you what. You learn a lot about yourself and your partner.
Okay.
As gay as it sounds to call somebody your partner, but I feel like I need to differentiate, because I don't want to be like, oh, my girlfriend, and then my girlfriend that I don't see as much. Or
so we can pick this up on the Patreon.
I say girlfriend and side piece. That's my politically correct.
I mean,
way of.
My only thing, and I guess, and
sure.
I would, and then we'll wrap up the show.
We can tease it. Maybe people want to subscribe and they want to hear the juicy bits.
So we're gonna pick up our Patreon. It's gonna be Adam's Adventures in Polyamory.
Or something,
or something, whatever it's called. But listen, I just want you to be happy. I can't do it. I can't do it. But again, comment. Join the YouTube show.
You can join on desktop. You can join on mobile now. We finally got the mobile button. They rolled that out.
There's a little buy button there.
So and people are joining. Become part of the. And if you want to join the YouTube thing, you can watch it happening in live as we do it, or you can join on Patreon and you'll see it later tonight.
And if you're on Patreon, the good thing about that one is you get access to like hundreds of shows at this point. I will tell you a funny thing. I got a notice from TikTok, and it was like, because of, I guess, and again, this is not me being like, but the TikToks, they get like about 1,000 views each thing we do. And thank you to Nick, because he makes these funny clips. And so, but I don't ever post anything on TikTok except for the Nick clips. But if you do follow on TikTok, it's Brian M Show on TikTok, and they're just, you get 2 clips a week of these Nick clips. But the joke is like, I got this thing from TikTok, and it was like, are you you want to be on TikTok live because you've had enough kind of interest in your content where you
gotcha.
So I went to my daughter, my 16-year-old, and I said, do you ever watch TikTok live? And she was like it was like I asked her if she has one of those bikes that has the giant wheel in front and the 2 in the back.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, do you ever watch TikTok live? And she was like, no. Like boomer, like
sure.
No, who watches that?
That's a boomer. I feel like it's also like you can either be a boomer or a young Asian girl
on TikTok live,
but nothing in between.
Yeah,
people that watch it. But I also know that TikTok is insanely touchy. Everybody that I've known that's done TikTok live has been banned from TikTok live.
Like immediately.
Right. Yeah. They're very sensitive about what you can and can't say. We wouldn't make it
30 seconds. We should just see how quickly we can get kicked off. Like we get on TikTok live, and the first thing I do is I go, any of you faggots want to watch me jerk off?
Should we see? That actually would be funny because you won't lose your account. You just lose the live function. Part. It would be fun if we went out there and I started a stopwatch to see how quick we got kicked off.
I just go
how fast we could get kicked off.
I just drop off an N-word and yell it immediately.
I don't even know if that would do it. They're weird about sex stuff.
Okay.
Is what I've heard. They're very like touchy about
who wants to lick my piss hole? Burp. Okay. Well, that was that.
Do we call that? That could be the title.
Are we rich now? I'll say one more thing before we jump off.
Are we rich now?
Are we rich now? I did do this thing because when I was having that imaginary conversation with Joe, I was like, what's Shane Gillis's net worth? And I know that's never right, and I know it's always a bullshit thing, but it told me his net worth, and I was like, oh, I may be more rich. I may be richer than he is. If you had to really stack all of my Nazi memorabilia on top of each other. If I sold all this dumb shit on the walls, and I was like, that can't be right then. Like, I mean,
probably not.
Even Tom Segura, I was like,
I feel like he's got to have 10 mil or something, but actually that sometimes takes a little while to
4.
Okay.
They said he's worth $4 million. Right. But again, that's not nothing. But
no, it's not.
I'm like, he's flying private and he's playing like these fucking giant, arenas and everything. So whatever he's worth, good. Double. I hope you are. That's good because it'll never fill the hole. And that you better have your mustache still sucks. Okay, right. Everybody, thank you very much. Next Friday we'll be back, and that's
not this Friday, but next we'll be back to our regular
scheduled program. Schedule. Thank you, everybody. Again, like, comment, share, please. We appreciate it, and we're gonna be right back with the Patreon or the YouTube show. See you later. Bye.